The Kia Sportage and the Hyundai Tucson share a corporate parts bin, and they start $460 apart. Basically a tie. But climb either ladder, and you hit a wall. And the two walls are in completely different places. One costs you $6,800. The other, $7,175. Same money at the bottom, very different money at the top. This is buyer analysis, not a road test. Every price comes from the manufacturer's published figures, sourced and dated on screen. How they drive is what your test drive is for. Start where most people start. The Sportage LX opens at $30,490. The Tucson SE opens at $30,950. $460 apart on a $30,000 SUV. That's noise, not a decision. Here's where sticker comparison starts lying to you. Both of those base trims are front-wheel drive. If you want all-wheel drive, and in this segment most buyers do, the Tucson charges you $1,500 for it on the lower trims. So you have to normalize before you compare. Do that, and it's still close. The cheapest all-wheel drive Sportage is the S at $32,790. The cheapest all-wheel drive Tucson is the blue SE at $32,450. $340 apart. Still a dead heat. Now the walls. On the Tucson, the trim ladder runs SE, SEL, SEL Convenience, and then it jumps. From the SEL Convenience at $34,900, straight to the Limited at $42,075. That's a $7,175 canyon with nothing in between. And that canyon is where Hyundai keeps the things people actually shop for. Front and rear parking sensors, for one, don't appear on any Tucson until you're across it. There's no package, no option box. It's the top trim or nothing. The Sportage has a wall too, and it's just as blunt. A heated steering wheel exists on exactly one trim, the top SX Prestige at $40,590. From the EX at $33,790, that's $6,800 for, essentially, one feature you can't buy any other way. Same corporate parent, same playbook. Bundle the desirable features into the top trim so the ladder pulls you upward. Kia sells almost no option packages at all. Hyundai hides the content behind a single big step. Different mechanics, identical outcome. Your must-have feature picks your trim, and it's usually near the top. So where do they land? The Sportage tops out at $40,590. The Tucson tops out at $42,075 for the Limited, or $42,575 for the Night. The Tucson ceiling is roughly $1,500 higher, so dead heat at the bottom, and the difference is which wall you're willing to climb. If your must-have is parking sensors, the Tucson makes you cross a $7,100 canyon. If it's a heated wheel, the Sportage makes you climb $6,800. Pick the ladder whose wall you don't care about. What we can't tell you. Trim content and pricing shift through the model year, and both brands run regional incentives that can close or open these gaps. Confirm the exact figure on the exact trim before you sign. These numbers carry their dates on screen for a reason. The spec sheet can't tell you which infotainment layout you'll actually tolerate, how each rides on the bigger wheels, rear seat space for your passengers, and whether the hybrid's transitions bother you in traffic. That's your test drive. Once you've picked the ladder, the rest of the ownership math, depreciation, insurance, theft rates, how long it lasts, is what really separates these two. We run the real numbers on all of it. Subscribe, and the numbers decide before the dealer does.